Super Bowl ready? Like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know about Tua. Like, we don't know when he's going to play again.
Yeah.
So
one thing that you got
got
to understand, Jay's going to ride the Dolphins deal to the end.
Okay.
It almost feels like he's building a super yacht in Miami, and he's looking for a discount.
Well, who could blame him?
He is going to ride it to the end.
All right.
Key, we all confirmed the Dolphins together as a legitimate team. We came to a consensus on it collectively. The last segment.
About Tua?
Not when he
We
changed
don't know
it.
when he's going to play again.
That
And by the way,
changes,
when he
obviously.
does, I think you think more of Tua than you even realize, because I think if Tua never got concussed and he was playing right now, you might say, yeah, okay, they are a good team, right?
I don't know that, because if they go in I just look at it different. That fourth quarter against Baltimore, it skyrocketed. Y'all packaged it up along with the rest of the media and said, here, that doesn't happen.
Right.
They down by 21 points. The Ravens defense sucked. The secondary was
They're
awful.
down 21 because he doesn't play defense.
And
He can't do
then
that.
all of a sudden, the Ravens defense decide, oh, we're just going to let the dude throw the ball on us. And you can't, I don't look at it that way. But then they go to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati take care of business and win the game. I don't think if Tua would stayed in the entire Cincinnati game healthy, that they was going to get out of Cincinnati.
I agree.
I'm not as high on Miami as y'all are. That's all. I'm higher on the Cowboys than I am on Miami.
By the way, so am I.
He skipped a step. Like, in between the Baltimore game and the Cincinnati game, they beat the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that's not nothing. Like, I understand the whole concept of, are we hanging too much on one great quarter? Like, I think that's a fair question. But then when you follow it up and go beat, and I know Buffalo's banged up, but I mean, they went and won the game against the team that they're going to have to beat if they want to be great.
So then I look
Buffalo
at that,
came
Dan.
back from double digits down against them, right, against the Ravens. Like, Josh Allen got hyped up for playing well and helping his MVP
No,
case.
Josh Allen didn't get hyped up for playing well against the Bills.
We
Who
came
hyped him up.
We came off that game stating that the way he played in the MVP race probably gave him a leg up over Lamar.
It swings with him.
Why does it swing with him, but it doesn't swing with Tua?
Because he has a body of work already, Jay. And he's already coming into the season as an MVP favorite. Tua was never coming into a season as an MVP favorite.
Will you admit that some people make up their minds about someone, and once they do, it's not. By the way, you are open to new information. You will abandon an opinion if new information comes, which, by the way, is a smart thing to do. Like in this industry, you're flip-flopping. It's the dumbest thing in the world. If new information comes out and you don't integrate it into your opinion, you're a fool, right? So, Key, you do that. But human nature is such that once you've kind of made up your mind, it takes a little more evidence to sway your opinion.
Sure.
I think you're there with Tua. You kind of made up your mind, and so you're open to changing it, but you got to see a little more than Jay needs to see to do it. That's what it seems to me with Tua, because he's played well this year.
He's played okay. Y'all make, like Dan said, one quarter, man. That one quarter, you can't take the one quarter and skyrocket a dude to Canton, Ohio. You can't do that.
But more important to me, what Dan said is the right thing is the dude was obviously concussed in the first game, right? And then against the Bills. And then he comes back on a short week, and it happens again. And I could just tell you from my lifetime watching the fights, right, that they didn't give him enough time to recover. They're in boxing, they're mandatory, mandatory time period. And I don't know what's going to happen. You think he's never going to get sacked again? What happens the next time his head bounces off the turf, right?
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
Yeah, you just hope that obviously that this is a situation that bucks your experience in regard to that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they come back with on the concussion protocol changes. If they do establish a mandatory minimum time period, I think that's one thing to watch for.
You know, it's a very scary thing, especially for me. Been around guys like I played with Wayne Corbett that had, concussion issues. In the littlest thing, the littlest tap, he was out. Because once it starts, it just can't. It's almost like it can't stop. All the guys, when you think about it, that have had concussion issues, it's not like they get a concussion and then it just goes away. It's like, no, man, they get one concussion Then they hit the ground again. They get another concussion. And it just keeps going.
So that's why when it happened in the first game, the idea that, it's a back injury, may have also been a back injury, but it was pretty clear to everyone with eyes. Something happened there, and they brushed them back, and here we are.
My thing is, like, even if it was a back injury, like, he got up and tried to walk and fell down. Like, even if it's a back injury, he still can't walk off the field. Like, that's cause for at least some caution. Yeah, it's... Yeah, you hope that the long-term effects are not as bad as we fear.
Mike McDaniel, by the way, said that ruling 2 out has nothing to do with optics. Are you buying that?
I am, because I think there's substance to what's going on right now. I mean, they're being investigated for their handling of this, and so I think it has more to do with the substance of it. The health and the well-being of the player, and also the potential very real consequences that they're facing if they did in fact do something wrong here and put him back on the field when he wasn't. So I think there's enough substantive reason to hold him out that we can take him at his word that optics aren't his primary concern right now.
I think that's really well put.
Thanks.
In fact, optics.
11 passing touchdowns to go along with 2 rushing scores to give him 13 total touchdowns so far this season through 4 games. He is on pace to finish with 47 passing touchdowns and 8 rushing touchdowns to give him 55 total touchdowns this season. Key, over under 55 total TDs for the former MVP.
I never knew a receiver could throw for 11 touchdowns in a season already.
We don't even catching the counting the balls he caught, right? He can catch some too.
I would say over. I think he'll get to 60 total touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll say over too. I know, Max, you said it from the beginning that he'll get to 60.
60! That's what I'm saying. Over. Take the over all day on Lamar. If he stays healthy, the man is doing an Aaron Judge this year. 60.
Who else do they have? I mean, that's the point. He has to do everything all the time.
Come on, man. And he's out there doing the Mahomes. You just saw that little shovel pass.
Yeah, he'll get some cheap touchdowns, some cheapies. He'll, run the ball obviously, but he'll also light the airways up. Yeah, I'm rolling with 60. I may even go a little higher. I may go 65. He may
62.
shatter it.
I'm telling you, he's doing an Aaron Judge. Whatever Judge did. Key, are you watching some of these passes? Are you watching the monitor right now?
Oh yeah, but I'm not.
He's throwing laser beams, leading dudes.
I don't want to speak up on the monitor. That's why I say
I wanted to pick your brain on something for a second. What do you think?
Sure. What do you want me to lay down like this, like that? How do you want to pick it?
Oh, jeez, nasty ass. What do you think is the difference between Lamar this season as opposed to his MVP season?
Really, he's just a little bit better passer. A little bit, not
accuracy,
not much. Well, to me, he was accurate. He's always been accurate to me. All you got to do is put it in the area, put it in the wingspan, put it where the guy can catch it. He's always been able to do that. But when guys are dropping balls, he gets that credit, and that credit don't look good. And people always have this, or will always have this certain narrative about his ability to throw the football, just like Jalen Hurts. It's just something that comes with it because they like a certain style. It don't look right. Like I said, we talked about yesterday. Here's an MVP, and I don't ever see him on any commercials because it doesn't look like they want it to look. And because of that, they judge things a certain way. But he's certainly gotten better at everything. He got better at running the football. He's gotten better at running out of bounds after picking up 30, 40 yards. He's got better at sliding when people get near him. He's gotten better at so many different things, and his receivers are better. Mark Andrews, the tight end, is better. You got Duvernay, better. You got Bateman, young and better. So I'm looking forward to him doing some stuff.
Okay, I want to tell you something because, first of all, I think there's a division in the NFL that's basically going to be the bidding for Lamar Jackson division if and when the Ravens don't get a deal done, right? But now I'm
so you think the Ravens aren't going to get a deal done?
Well, listen, I was always wondering because the price tag was $250 fully guaranteed. It's going up if he has a 60 touchdown season. That's going up. But listen to this. Warren Sharp, who does Sharp Analytics, in 2019, I remembered this article and I just Googled it because I remember reading at the time thinking, he says, the point is you are wrong about Lamar Jackson. Okay, that was the point because people thought he couldn't pass. There have only been 11 quarterbacks. This is about his 2019 season in NFL history to attempt at least 150 passes when they were 21 years old or younger. Lamar Jackson was one of 11. Where did he rank in passer rating? Number 1 of 11 who ever lived in the NFL who attempted 150 passes or more as a 21-year-old or younger. He was number 1 in passer rating. Matthew Stafford, Alex Smith, Jameis Winston, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Drew Bledsoe, among others. Number 1 as a passer. So he's saying you're wrong about Lamar Jackson. Higher yards per average and a better passer rating in his rookie season, Lamar, than these quarterbacks drafted above him over the last several years. This is going back to 19. Ready? Andrew Luck, Jared Goff, Sam Bradford, Carson Palmer, Peyton Manning, Carson Wentz, Mitch Trubisky, Sam Darnold. Okay? So, et cetera. And it's one thing after another. So, as a passer, so my point is this, guys. When you're